Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Evanston. I'm Reverend Susan Francis, the assistant minister here, and I'm leading worship today with Kathy Underwood, our director of Lifespan Faith Formation. Today we will be welcoming new members as well as bridging our high school youth off into their next phase of life. Whether this is your spiritual home or you are joining us for the first time, we are grateful to share this time together. We strive to be an inclusive and welcoming community, seeking truth in love and nurturing the human spirit for a world made whole. We are guided by our principles and values, which remind us in every moment and through every challenge that each of us is worthy of love and that we are all connected through the vast web of existence. We come together to remember our kinship with one another and to hold one another in heart and mind with tenderness and careful attention, and to dedicate ourselves more fully to living into our shared values. People of all ages are welcome. We have our children's choir with us this morning. We're blessed to have the children in the sanctuary with us every Sunday for the first half of the service. The Nest is our family-friendly place where we have quiet, tactile things for children to do if they need that. And adults, we also have, yes, and for our tactile adults, right? We also have our, what do you call it? Our Soulworks table, where you can pick up knitting or coloring or anything that would make you be able to be more present with us in the mornings. We have some information posted on the screen to help you become oriented with UCE. And our first announcement is about the rummage sale, which is not a surprise. So Jillian Lawrence is going to come up and make an announcement, but I want to give a big round of applause for Jillian and Jenny Walsh, who are our co-chairs this week.
Good morning, UCE. My name is Jillian Lawrence, as a lot of you know now. You may remember me and my esteemed rummage sale co-chair, Jenny Walsh, from a few weeks ago when we were up here with props that included a taco hat and a giant stuffed bear. We want to thank everyone who contributed to the amazing success of this year's rummage sale, which wrapped up yesterday. Now, there are four main aims of the sale, and I am happy to report that we met every one of them. So, first, we made new connections with community members, and I know that there were several folks who came in for the sale and left interested in joining our community. We also were interviewed for 2 local papers. We made so many new friends, and it was just a great time. Second, we reduced our environmental... Sorry?
No, we just had a light blow out.
Oh!
Okay.
People are so excited. Okay. Second, we reduced our environmental impact by encouraging reuse of hundreds of items, maybe thousands. At times, it may have felt like millions. Third, our UCE connections grew with new volunteers and veteran volunteers connecting over shared labor and lunchtime breaks. And I want to take a moment to recognize everyone who contributed to our sale this year. So please hold your applause for a moment. But if you contributed in any of the following ways, please stand or raise your hand depending on how you're feeling today. And keep it raised so we can recognize you. So if you led a department, publicity, setup, or teardown, provided or served lunch for our volunteers, helped sort and price donations, helped with customer service, support team, cashiering, or counting, All right. Donated items or baked goods, they were delicious. Or help publicize the sale within your network. All right, thank you all so much. This was such an amazing outpouring of love and service, and this leads me to our fourth aim. Together, we significantly exceeded our fundraising goal by raising over $29,000 to support our mission. Congratulations, everyone. And thank you again. Remember, it is never too late to put a box in your closet to start collecting donations for next year. I'll see you in a year.
Thank you, Jillian. Okay, we do have a few more announcements. This coming Saturday, May 10th, from 9 to 2 p.m. at North Shore Unitarian Church, which is in Bannockburn, Illinois. Is that right? Yes. Yes. Okay, that's its actual address. I always think of it somewhere else. The Chicago Area UU Council is holding its spring conference, and so check out the newsletter to register. But it's going to be all North Shore and Chicago-based UUs coming together to talk about connection, inspiration, and collective justice as we work to meet this moment in our country's history. So you're invited to attend next Saturday. Today is a busy day here. So if you are staying afterwards, we're having our new member reception during kinship time. So everybody, you'll get to meet new members, but I invite you to stay. At 12:15 in room 3, if you're interested in the Alabama Living Legacy Pilgrimage, please meet in room 3, and we're going to have our first information session. And then at 1 o'clock, the UCE Pagan Collective invites you to join in a Beltane ritual and a maypole dance, which should be able to be outside, so you're all welcome to stay. And now, let us take a deep breath in, exhaling slowly. I have all that rummage sale energy still going on, so I invite us to take a moment to become present in our service this morning. Those joining us online, you are invited to gather your chalice to join us this morning. Welcome to worship.
You need the outfit to be just fair.
Thank you, choirs. The Unitarian Church of Evanston resides on the traditional homelands of the Council of Three Fires, the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi lands. The land that we sit on was transferred from the local Potawatomi community to the U.S. government in 1829, before the U.S. government forcibly removed the Potawatomi community west of the Mississippi River and sold the land to white settlers. We also remember the ancestors of contemporary African Americans, the individuals, families, and networks of Black people who built up our country's culture and economy, which was a role forced on them originally by enslavement. We are indebted to their labor and unwilling sacrifice and acknowledge the tremors of violence throughout the generations still felt and witnessed today. These acknowledgements are one small effort toward building long-term solidarity with contemporary communities. We commit ourselves to incorporate these acknowledgements into our lives and turn our thoughts into actions. Please join in our shared words of commitment. We name these realities with honor for the ancestors, respect for our descendants, and gratitude for the land we use as sacred space. This morning, our membership team brought the flowers, and on behalf of the family ministry team, Norel Liddell lights our chalice, the symbol of our living tradition. Please join in reading The Embers of Imagination by Michelle Collins. The words are on the screen. We light this chalice, a spark in the darkness, kindling the embers of imagination within us. May its flame ignite wonder, fuel dreams of justice, and illuminate the path toward what could be. Please rise in body or spirit and join in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. I invite those of us joining online to greet each other in the chat, and those gathered in the sanctuary to turn to one another briefly to say good morning, trying to greet someone who is new to you. Please stay after the service and continue your conversations. If you are new to UCE, please stop by the welcome table with the red tablecloth. Carolyn is back there this morning to get more information about our community. As we continue to create new relationships, we are now going to welcome our newest members. As we sing, "Come, Come, Whoever You Are," I love that you guys are clapping all the time today. We're going to sing "Come, Come, Whoever You Are," and I invite our new members to come forward using the ramp and to filter in all the way over to our choir. Please come forward. Yeah, so I'm going to have you actually slide in here. There you go. Yep. All right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I was talking to Kaz because I have our members, we're having a new member reception. So will those people who joined in the fall, who we are also going to celebrate at our new member reception, will you folks go ahead and stand up so we can see who you are? I know more than, there we go, here we go. Yes. Yes. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. So in addition to our new members joining today, please look for those folks during the reception and get to know them. I am so pleased that you are joining us this morning, and we rarely do this when Reverend Eileen is not here, but she is at an ordination of a colleague, and so she just sends her heartfelt wishes and welcome and looks forward to getting to know all of you a little bit better. All right. I am going to give all of you a very brief introduction. So I know you sent me lots of information. That'll go out to our members only through a new member spotlight. So this morning, super brief introductions. All right, and Juliana and Finn and Judith and Maggie. There's Maggie. Okay, Maggie, you're gonna need to come all the way around and go over by where Juliana is. And Carlos and Kate, can you guys just come up a little bit more? There we go. All right, perfect. And I'm gonna ask you to raise your hand so everybody knows who you are. Are you ready? I wanna welcome Sophia Newman. Sophia, also known by her married name, Sophia Leverett, is a medical speechwriter, a burgeoning novelist, and the mother of the rambunctious and charming Kieran, who is 3.5. Welcome, Sophia. Okay, yes. Okay, if you guys can do that and do a nice short applause, we'll keep going. Okay. Welcome to Jeanette Gordon. Jeanette moved to Evanston 4 years ago. Her biological son and daughter live here with their families. Jeanette and her husband, Hillgrove Gordon, used to attend the Unity Church in Des Plaines until his death this past October. Jeanette is retired and teaching was her passion. Welcome, Jeanette. Welcome to Carlos Waldron. Carlos hails from the desert in Arizona. He moved to Chicago in 2022 with his dog Quinny, seeking a job opportunity. He loves to spend time walking his dog, riding his bike, volunteering, and playing tennis. Thank you. He wrote, "Tennis is life." Welcome to Heather Dresnick. Heather is a native Chicagoan, and in the 2010s, she found Unitarian Universalism, attending services at Second Unitarian. She works with children as a registered nurse and is most proud of the 3 beautiful humans she and her husband are raising, Oliver, Clementine, and Bertie May. Yeah. Yeah. And Maggie, we do have roses for all of the children who are joining us. Welcome to Catherine Bergson. Where is Catherine? Catherine is not here this morning. All right. Welcome to Leslie Piotrowski. Leslie recently moved to Evanston from Northern Lake County with her husband, Ulrich. She spent many years in journalism and the public relations fields and currently writes children's books. Her first picture book will be published in 2026. Welcome to Lynn Ludaway. Lynn was raised Methodist. Lynn was raised Methodist and has been baptized many times. She believes in all religions. Yeah. She is an unapologetic warrior for Oya and daughter of the goddess Ashira. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome to Regina Landor. Regina is a writer and retired elementary school teacher. She's a former member of the UU congregation of Rockville, Maryland. She has 2 boys, and her husband, Billy, is a diplomat with USAID and is currently overseas. Welcome to Susan Schneider. Susan lives in Edgebrook neighborhood in Chicago, is a recently retired professional in the adult learning area, and is a violinist with the Evanston Symphony. She's single with, of course, 2 cats. Welcome, Susan. Welcome to Michelle Herbst. Michelle has made maps for over 32 years and traveled all over the world. One of the best things she's ever done is to participate in Make-A-Wish. The joy and the hope that one brings in that experience is amazing. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome to Emily Thies. Who is a new member of the choir. Emily lives in Andersonville with her partner Puya and her dog Noodle. She works for the federal government, improving the digital tools veterans use to manage their disability benefits. Welcome, Emily. Welcome to Sarah Kaiser Amaral and Luis Amaral. Can you wave? There you go. Sarah is an artist, educator, and director of the Grove Gallery here in Evanston and has an art studio and classroom at the Noyes Cultural Arts Center. She is a former member of First Unitarian in Hyde Park. Luis was born in Portugal. He's been in the US since 1992 and became a citizen in 2018. He's a professor in the engineering school at Northwestern. Welcome, Sarah and Luis. Welcome to Melissa and Patrick Brody and their children, Maeve, Belle, Leo. Melissa and Patrick appreciate this congregation, both the inner journey and making of change in the world. As parents, they're proud to be raising children in a space where curiosity, passion, and a sense of community are not only encouraged, but welcome, everyone. Welcome to Cronin. Kate works as a data and strategy analyst with Crown Family Philanthropies and moved to Evanston 3 years ago. She spends most of her free time gardening, watching Survivor with her husband, babysitting her niece and nephew, and snuggling her very silly dog, Mickey, who's pictured with her. Yeah, welcome, Kate. Welcome. You have all come from different paths to be with us here in this moment. You join us as meaning makers and truth seekers. Your presence among us makes us stronger and more vibrant. This is not the beginning of your belonging here, but it is an important moment on your journey with us. We hope that your sense of belonging and spiritual meaning-making continues to deepen among us. Along with the freedoms of Unitarian Universalism, the rewards of membership, there are responsibilities. Most importantly, each of us is responsible for bringing the gift of ourselves to this community to the best of our abilities. We strive to give of our time and our talent and our treasure. We ask you to join us in the search for truth and meaning, in friendship, and through mutual challenge and support. Because our covenant is renewed and remade by you joining us this morning, we are collectively going to say the words of our new member covenant, which come out of our covenant of engagement. So I invite our UCE members who are joining us online and in person that when you see congregation on the slides, that's your cue to provide your part. And when you see all, I invite everyone to read along as well. Please join me in renewing our congregational covenant. In service of our mission to nurture the human spirit for a world made whole, the members of the Unitarian Church of Evanston create a community of joy and hope, cultivating this ground and sowing seeds of a better world.
Relationship with ourselves and each other. Together we strive to clarify, strengthen, and live our values. Celebrate and honor life and its mysteries through words, music, art, laughter, and tears. Learn and grow spiritually and religiously by nurturing and challenging ourselves and each other. World a better place. With inspiration and support we find in each other and in our Unitarian Universalist values. Embody liberal religious tradition and carry it into the future for ourselves and our children.
New members.
These ends, we covenant to speak and listen with hearts and minds. Be kind and gracious, understanding our limits and those of others. Share and encourage others to share abilities and responsibilities for the operation of the church and its work in the larger community. Practice curiosity and willingness to learn. Practice resilience and perseverance, whether in engaged.
Together, we are the Unitarian Church of Evanston. We promise to always keep our hearts open to one another and to all those who are, even now, on their way. Congratulations to our new members. Welcome. We are enriched by your presence among us. And I hope you will all find someone new to talk to, choir to, talk to somebody new. And as we sing from You I Receive, to You I Give, I invite our new members to go back down the ramp and to find your seats again. Welcome.
You
Thank you, everyone. I invite us to settle into a time of quiet reflection as we share our joys and sorrows. Because of how full our service is today, you are invited at any point during the rest of the service to light a candle or drop a stone into the tier of wells at either table at the back of the sanctuary or here at the front. If you have a joy or sorrow to speak aloud during the service, you may write it in the book that sits on the table just inside the lobby doors. There's a button that says Joys and Sorrows on the home page of our website, or you may email Reverend Eileen or myself. So I am going to invite our folks in the nest to take a deep breath in with us and exhale slowly as we share the joys and sorrows that have been shared with us before the service. Bob Mesley joined the Hipster Club by getting a new right hip last Wednesday. He hates the pain but rejoices in Barbara's compassionate care. Both of us greatly appreciate the extra kind care from the pastoral care team. Very grateful. And Sarah Devaney shares on May 2nd, Penny Doll turned 2 years old. That's her dog. And our dog, Cisco, turned 2. Happy birthday. Is that right? Is that not from you? No. Who is that from? Who had Penny Doll turn 10 years old? And Cisco. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. My bad. Penny Doll is a member and just turned 10 years old. I'm so sorry that I misread. Thank you that. Thank you. Penny just waved for those online who cannot see. Yes. And Penny and her family's dog, Cisco, turned 2. Congratulations. Congratulations. And the rest are all joys from our rummage sale. Judy Holman says, I'd like to thank everyone who made the rummage sale so well organized and fun, especially the crew in jewelry who kept me laughing and from making horrible mistakes. And Maggie Wilson says the rummage sale was a joy to work on. The organizing chairs, Kira led our organizing the chairs after service, did a fantastic job. And an anonymous one, the 2025 UCE rummage sale has come and gone and was a great event. All who donated, volunteered, cooked, baked, and shopped are one reason for our huge success. In addition to Jenny Walsh and Jillian Lawrence, their organized, confident, and kind leadership empowered all of us to be amazing rummage sale hosts. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you. And one last one, Harry Hirsch will turn 90 tomorrow on Cinco de Mayo. Happy birthday, Harry. Sharing these joys and sorrows is one way that we deepen our community, celebrating our joys and lessening the burden of our grief. I ask you to join in our words together. For these joys we give our thanks, for these sorrows we give our love. Please join me in an attitude of prayer and meditation as I share an adapted version of the prayer, The Richness of Our Differences by Julie Ann Lepp. Spirit of life and love, we seek our place in the world and the answers to our heart's deep questions. As we seek, may our hearts be open to unexpected answers. May we be reminded that all beings are whole, sacred, and worthy. Let our hearts be welcoming of multiple truths, not holding hard or fast to closed-mindedness or judgmental thinking. Let us be open to what we can learn from each other in the richness of our differences. May the heart of compassion help us recognize the sacred in each other and bridge differences in these challenging times. May each of us be held in relationship, accountability, and the power of beloved community. Blessed be. Please join me in our sung response, filled with loving kindness. Join me for another deep breath in. Exhaling slowly. As we transition into our offertory, I see some of you are up to light candles. Please feel free to light candles for anything that's on your heart today. As we say in our covenant each Sunday, service is our law. And UCE is called by our mission, values, and principles to contribute to our community, to form accountable partnerships, and to express gratitude through giving. Today's offering will be shared with the Sunrise Movement. Our youth group selected the Sunrise Movement as this month's shared offering recipient because it is a group that is organized by youth and working toward a world in which everyone has access to clean air and water, full pantries of food, affordable housing, free public transportation, good and meaningful jobs, vibrant community centers, and lives filled with joy. You may text to give, mail in a check, or put cash in the collection bowls or give from our website. If you write a check, please indicate in the memo line if your check is for the shared offering. If you are putting cash for your pledge in the collection bowls, please make sure to use one of the envelopes found on the Joys and Sorrows table or in the collection bowls and write your name on it with the cash inside so we can credit it to your pledge. The ushers will now come forward. May you give generously, and may what you give bring you joy.
if you need to just wiggle a little bit to get the little bugs out, feel free to move around. You will not offend me by any means. For so many of us, there is much to worry about. Our hearts are heavy with fear, anxiety, and sadness. We feel the tension around us as we hear about the latest oppressions taking place in our country, in the world, and in the galaxy. Yet, as the evil empire seeks more power, there is hope. For those who might not know, today is Star Wars Day. May the 4th has become a play on words taken from the movies, and the line that says throughout, "May the Force be with you." You don't know how long it took me to figure that out. I was a little slow getting it, I must admit. Star Wars is full of everything one wants in a good story in a movie. Lots of action, interesting characters, artistic costumes and music, as we just heard, scenery, and of course the plot of good versus evil, with heroes creatively outmaneuvering the villains. The movies themselves are full of imaginative things. If only our imaginations could erase the evils of the world. And yet, for our youngest members, it often does. Our Chalice Children program, led by our lovely Ann Gadzikowski and Karen Wiley, invites our children to imagine and share their own stories, complete with heroes and villains. For example, one story about rhinos and goblins was written by Katie and goes like this. Once Spotty was exercising, and then he had a screen that said, "Rhinos rampaging through the park." Spotty went to save. He went out into the garden, rushed into the park. Then he went out. He found the rhino. Then he went and webbed him up. Webbed him up, yeah. He goes and finds Gobby the goblin. And then he crawled and found him, and then he climbed up the building, and then he tied him up too. His story ends by a venomous snake, and he had to do it again. The end. Aren't they creative? This might be a simple example of how our faith formation helps us to take on the challenges of the world. By allowing time and space to use their imaginations, children grow in their capacity to fill in the spaces that exist between things they can clearly see and understand. Their creative stories give them a sense of ownership of the challenges given to them and ways to overcome them through their imagination. Now, as we get a little older, many of us, yes, lose and don't use our imaginations as much, but perhaps our faith community helps us to counterbalance this. The Reverend Dr. Sandra Fees wrote, "Religious community is an imaginarium. It is a place where we model and embody a new way of thinking and being. Together we practice using our imaginations to envision a larger, more inclusive way to live. If asked, 'What are you doing?' those who devote themselves to this ministry might well answer that they are building a cathedral in which present and future people will be able to worship, learn, grow, and seek justice." In developing our faith, we learn and practice ways that aid us in the struggle against the empire. Programs such as the Our Whole Lives Sex Ed series gives us the tools and knowledge to address misinformation about our bodies, gender, and relationships, and gives us the confidence to know who we truly are. Our Meeting Our Interfaith Neighbors program invites us to explore other faith traditions, which helps us understand not just the world around us, but our own Unitarian Universalist faith more clearly. Our UU values inspire us to jet pig. Remember jet pig? I know some of you did not like jet pig, but that's okay. We're going to jet pig into the galaxy and spread, with me, justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, all centered around love. And of course, we cannot forget the importance of fun, play, and joy. Whether it's our youngest in imaginative play, older kids collaborating, or a family game night of telestrations. Who here was, yep. Oh, there were more of you there than that. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, it's a game that combines Pictionary with telephone. So you probably all know the game telephone more than Pictionary, right? So what happens is one person writes a word or a phrase, and then the next person has to draw what that is. And it goes around this circle. And we were laughing so hard for at least 5 minutes. It was great. And I had promised I'd find a way to share this. Here we go. The first words were turtle soup, which looked like this. Then it became turtle burrito. There's the turtle with the burrito. Yeah. Oh, it gets better. Then a pregnant bird reading the news. Yeah. Which then became a baby chick learning to read. There. Isn't that a cute chick? Which became, here we go. Yep, a hatchling jumping into a fairy tale book. Here we go. Here we go. And then the end result, drum roll. The Easter story. And that's how turtle soup became the Easter story. Yeah. See, we're having fun. Having time simply to laugh and play helps us to unite and deepen our relationships, which in turn helps us build our resilience. Each one of us, just by our presence and participation in this lovely community, is building upon the imagination and creativity of those who came before us and adding our own pieces along the way. We need to include our young people as much as possible, for we need their ability to imagine ways of doing and being that we adults may have lost along the way. Our UU faith has a strong tradition of working for a better world, for a world made whole. Reverend Heather Concannon writes, "Faith is the work of living with a foot in two worlds, the world as it is and the world our hearts know is possible." And so, in honor of imagination, resilience, and Star Wars Day, may our faith be with you. Thank you. Today is a day full of emotions. The joy of welcoming all 19 new members into our faith community and celebrating our young people. We have a tradition in Unitarian Universalism of holding a special ceremony for our youth as they make the significant transition in their lives. I now invite our senior high youth and advisors and young adults up front. It is in the Unitarian Universalist tradition to recognize our young people who are graduating from high school in a special ritual that we call the bridging ceremony. We call this a bridging ceremony because a bridge connects the traveler to new adventures on their journey. It invites the traveler to journey away from what is known, what is home, and at the same time, the bridge is a connection to home that is not severed, only stretched. The traveler can journey back and forth as needed. So today we are recognizing our graduates, or soon-to-be graduates, Griffin Larson-Erf and Reed Larson-Erf and Mary McDonald and Enzo Wallin. They have blessed us with their humor, musical, and theatrical talents and passion for our UU faith. Yay. Just looking to see if I should. There's our bridge. In addition to this, Mary has been working in our nursery, so those of you with little kids will recognize Mary. And Enzo, ooh, there's a picture of Enzo on the left, made us some lovely wooden structures for the playscape, which we will be mulching on Friday, for those of you who want to come mulch, as part of his Eagle Scout project before he turns 18. The bridging ceremony is an invitation and a hope, for we are inviting you to remember as you spread your wings that your roots are here. We hope you will return to us often because you are dear to our hearts. And if life settles you in a far corner of the world, we hope that your connections here prompt you to look for a UU community wherever you land. We gather today to honor your transition from youth to young adulthood and to celebrate the contributions you have made to our community. We have nurtured you and supported you as you discovered Unitarian Universalism. Your youth advisors, Margaret and Linda, have mentored you along the way. We have watched you blossom into the young adults you're becoming. May you carry the light of our religious faith within your heart now and always. And may our faith help you find the strength to carry your own inner peace as you help build a world made whole.
I'm going to give each of you a rose with thorns, so take it gently. So Mary, for you. Enzo, for you. Griffin, for you. And I'll come around. Reed, for you. We give you roses with thorns as a reminder that life can hurt at times and still have great beauty. Know that while we may not always be able to take the thorns away, that we, your UCE community, is always here to help you ease any pain that the thorns in life may cause. I invite our congregation, everyone, to say the words on the screen. As you stand on the bridge between youth and adulthood, know that we cherish the energy and wisdom you bring to every facet of Unitarian Universalism. We greet you with open arms as you cross this bridge and pledge to be there again at future crossings.
In recognition of this moment, I invite you to symbolically cross our bridge, where the young adults will warmly greet you.
All right.
One at a time, sure, thank you. I'm going to invite our youth to say a few words on this significant ceremony for them in their lives at this time. Reed.
Good morning. One thing I find really special about Unitarian Universalism when I step back and look at it is the fact that ours is quite possibly the least religious religion out there. Even faiths that encourage spiritual discourse have cosmologies and holy documents and a coherent framework. We just have 8 principles and from there, go nuts. But honestly, it's kind of a clever way to do religion. Other faiths don't just say, we know how you should live. They say, we know the underlying nature of life. That sure answers some questions, but if you start to doubt the cosmology, you have a hard time engaging with the religion. But somehow, Unitarian Universalism doesn't overthink it. Our faith is understated, humble. We don't say, we know what God is. We don't say, we know what happens when you die. We're kind of the wise aunt and uncle of faith. We shrug our shoulders and go, we don't know how life works, but we know how to live. That's what the 8 principles are for. To tell the truth, I still haven't figured out quite what I believe. I came up with a Doctor Who themed parody of the Lord's Prayer a while back, but that was a joke. And I remember giving a credo statement where I said the good go to heaven and the bad are reincarnated to redeem themselves, but I think that was more a happy thought than anything else. But a major revelation I've had since then is about the nature of belief. What you believe isn't just what you reason or perceive is true, it's also what you decide you want to be true. I decide that even if I don't always describe myself as you, our eight principles are a good idea. They are a positive, useful philosophy of life. I decide however much I engage with UCE, but I also decide that the way this congregation has treated me is something to aspire to, something to keep in my mind and cherish. Even though my idea of what life is remains in flux and is more guided by instinct than by any line of reasoning, I'm proud that UCE shows me that a loving, merciful truth is always an option. It's something that I think I'm sort of reminded of whenever I'm here. That, I guess, is why it matters that Unitarian Universalism is the least religious religion. It tells me that I don't need to understand the nature of God or life and death or reality and illusion. It tells me I can just be kind. And that's philosophy enough. Thank you.
And now the other one. Good morning. I know it's been a while since... Is the mic? It's working. I know it's been a while since I was last here, but I did want to say thank you to you all before I go. For years, I have been the recipient of the immense kindness of this church. It's come to me in the ring in Reverend Susan or Reverend White Eileen's voice when they walk up to me and ask me how I'm doing. It's come in the immense amounts of sugar that Margaret and Linda have graciously provided. Where are they? They're right there. Thank you. Graciously provided for youth group meetings. And it's come in all the times I got to give a skit to this audience, and in all the grown adults who treated me like an equal to be respected, even if I was 14. At the end of this summer, I will travel to Ohio to attend Oberlin College, where I'll study journalism. And I got some Army fans. I like it too. Where I will study journalism, and once I graduate, I will chase a career helping people find out about the things that happen in the world where we live. And when I'm not doing that, I'll write about all the worlds where we don't. I haven't quite picked an easy road. A friend of mine from my school newspaper recently explained that he'd lost interest in journalism as a career because it paid little, was extremely competitive, and was currently under attack. In another way, I feel oddly fortunate to be starting that career right now, because there's never been so much to tell the truth about. And if I'm lucky enough to find a job where I could be arrested or sued into oblivion, I will be able to remember that I come from a religion where people know what's right, and they aren't shy about doing it. And I thank you all for teaching me that.
Those were really good speeches. I don't think I'm going to top that. I'm Mary. As they said, I work in the nursery, so if you have little ones, you might know me, and you might not, which is okay. I've been going to UCE since I was in preschool, and being a part of this community has shaped so much of who I am. I've grown up going to the youth group programs pretty much almost all my life, and I found it a space where I could be honest, curious, and supported at the same time, which is really great. Through programs like the ones mentioned before, such as the meeting of interfaith neighbors during the middle school years, I've learned to ask big questions, to listen deeply, and to care about justice and kindness in the world around me. I'm extremely grateful for the friendships, mentors, and moments that made me feel truly seen. And as I take this step into young adulthood, I know the journey ahead will not always be easy, like this rose with the thorns. But I feel assured in the fact that I will always have a place to turn to in times of need. This church and the people who make it have taught me that I don't need to have everything all figured out, and that searching for truth and meaning is a lifelong process. I'm excited, nervous, and hopeful, and I carry the spirit of UCE with me wherever I go. Thank you.
Good morning. I have been a part of the UCE community since 2011, soon after my family moved from Moscow, Idaho. I started going to the Sunday classes and being part of this community, and in those, let's back up. I started going to the Sunday classes and being part of this community, and in those classes taught me many things. The most important things that I learned are to be open-minded and accepting, as well as empathetic. The things that UCE has taught me have already helped me in my life through high school, and I can only imagine that these things will continue to help me as I start my adult life in college. In college, I am planning on studying forestry at Michigan Technological University in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This summer, I will be working at Makajwan Scout Reservation, where I have been working for the past 4 summers, as well as going on 2 backpacking trips, one to the Smoky Mountains with my family to celebrate my high school graduation, and one to Pictured Rocks in August after camp with some of my friends. Once I start school again in August, I plan on joining the fencing club at Michigan Tech, as fencing has been my favorite sport since I started fencing 3 years ago. As I continue into college, I hope to take the things I have learned from my many years of UCE with me into college and beyond. And I am grateful to you all for helping me learn to be a good community member and help me develop as a person in the early years of my life.
No matter where life takes you, may you have our Unitarian Universalist faith with you and the love of this community. We give you some gifts to bring with you on your journey. One is a book for young adults called Becoming, and of course a UU bumper sticker, and a jet pig bracelet. And by the way, there's extras if anyone wants a jet pig bracelet. Yeah. So congratulations to our Bridgers. Well deserved. Before we extinguish the chalice, I invite our bridging youth and young adults down by the chancel. It's just fine.
As one of our bridging youth extinguishes the chalice, please join in saying the words on the screen by the Reverend Elizabeth Sell Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. As we rise in body or spirit and join in singing our closing hymn, we will make an arch down the center aisle. So I invite you to face each other. If you're someone on the center who this does not feel comfortable for you, please just feel free to step to the side and invite someone else forward. All right, so we're gonna form an arch with your hands. This will be our bridge for our youth, and our young adults who welcome them are gonna come down. Yeah, so you can go in the back, come into the front if you wanna be like more. Wait, Griffin, wait. We're still forming our arch. Okay, so, okay, Kathy.
Sweet. All right. So, to our youth, may your journey have more joys than sorrows. May you know that you have this community that cares about and loves you. And to all, may our faith be with you always. And now, as they walk through the lovely arch, we will sing Wo Ya Ya.
Blessings to our senior graduates. Blessings to our new members. There is cake. Please stay and talk to those you may not know. Enjoy your day and enjoy your week. Go in peace. Blessed be.